Hi everyone, I chose to speak about the Czech Republic and its culture, and I wanted to do this country because my last name is actually Czech Republican, so I thought it would be a good way to learn about my heritage and culture of how my ancestors grew up, and then compare it to other countries. And so here are my speaking notes. So if you hear me turn the page, it's kind of flipping it over. But the Czech Republic is located in uh, Central Europe. It's surrounded by Germany, Austria, Poland, and Slovakia. And actually, Slovakia and the Czech Republic merged back during World War One and created the country called the Czechoslovakia. But in 1993, they decided to go their separate ways and go back into two different countries. But during that time, the country actually or gained its own nickname, which is Czechia, which is really cool. And most countries don't have their own nicknames, so I thought that was really cool. I want to talk about that. But for the three main points, I decided to start off with healthcare because I believe that the healthcare system is always really important because everybody in their lifetime gets sick, so you want to know how you're going to be treated, either as a citizen or just if you're living in that country and get sick. But the Czech Republic has a really cool system, actually, and it has progressed through time because back in 1952, it had a Soviet style healthcare system, which was named Shomashko. I'm not saying that right, but I did the best I could. But that was shut down within a couple of years because new medical issues were arising, and that type of healthcare system was not able to keep up with all the new issues. They just didn't have the resources to do so. So they created a new one, but it doesn't have a name. And then according to an article that I read that was written by Kinkrova and Topolcon, the healthcare system is based off of five different pillars. The first one is solidarity, then it's high degree of self-administration, and multi-sourcing financing within major share of public health. So there's lots of different ways that you can help pay for your bills once you receive healthcare assistance. And then it's equal opportunity and availability for all insurance patients. And then the final one is that they require all their citizens and visitors to have the obligatory vaccines for infectious diseases that most people get as kids, but I know some people are anti-vax. But this country requires everybody to get them. So, as a whole, they like to care about their citizens, but if you take a deeper look at it and compare the male to the female, especially in the workforce system, it's clear that there is a major difference. And of course, that major difference is the pay between genders. The males make more as well as they work more. Because in 2016, um, CTK wrote an article about how the women only make up 10.1% of the workforce in the big firm jobs. And then in 2019, it only grew to 18.5. But the European average was 27.8, so it's roughly 10% less, which is a huge difference when in regards of how many jobs each gender has. So, but that's something that they are working on, as well as that only 1/5 of women have made, or the women have made up of 1/5 of the salaries that men have made. And a lot of that has to do with because their maternity leave affects their pay. And so they gotta find a way to compensate that. But the country is struggling to find a way to compensate it right now, so they're just making less. And so, but on their days off, when people aren't working, there's lots of different things to do within the Czech Republic. And one of their biggest main attractions is the Czech Republican Zoo, which is located in Prague, which is the capital of the country. And this zoo is part of a pan-European endangered species program that helps allow more efforts into helping them adjust to living in captivity and staying alive while in captivity instead of becoming extinct. And the Associate Press did an article back in July of 2020 that there were three rare baby lions born, and they are part of the Barbary lions species. So that's really exciting. So that's something that a lot of people like to go see because it's so different than what they would have at their normal local zoo. And then if a person doesn't want to go out and actually go to different attractions, they could stay at home and watch sports because sports are really popular and have been a big part of the history of Czech Republic. Because soccer and hockey are their biggest sports, and actually their hockey teams won the World Championships back in 1996 and 1999, as well as earned gold medals in the 1998 Olympics. So that's really cool. And their hockey team was produced when the Czechoslovakia country was merged together, and they actually won second place in the World Cups in 1934 and 1962. So that's really awesome. Sorry. But this country has a lot of different things to offer, whether it's the good healthcare system that they have, or it's just going around and looking at the different beautiful cities and locations within the place, or going to an attraction such as the Czech Republican Zoo. But there's also different things that it needs to work on, such as the gender pay gap, which is something that is being worked on right now. So within a couple years, that should be worked on, and either there'll be less of a gap or hopefully no gap at all. And then just the Czech Republic is very popular with sports and keeping its citizens or even just tourists entertained, and that's why it's very known for the most traveled places in the world. So I would like to know, is this a place that you would like to call home, or would you like to just visit, or is this a place that you would just stay away from? So, thank you.